was really a game of two halves. They really took it to us the first half, out-rebounded us, out-fought us. They won almost every stat. The 10 turnovers, which led to 18 first-half points, really put us in a hole. But second half was a lot different. Thought our guys' energy was a lot better. They didn't hit 7 for 13 threes. They went 0 for 11. But the threes were a lot tougher than they were the first half. We were a step slow. Not sure the reason for that, but obviously we weren't prepared to play, and that's my fault. We got to get ready to go, and we didn't have the pop in our step. We didn't have the energy that we should have had, and so I was a little disappointed there. But really pleased with the second half, and Arsalan and EJ. Arsalan was 2 for 7 the first half and had some looks there that he just simply should have finished. He finished them in the second half. EJ hit some big shots for us. DA hit a big three. So we went small there for a while and matched up with their shooters. They were trying to spread the floor. And again, if those 7 threes in the first half and our turnovers really put us in a hole.
What did you tell the guys at halftime?
Well, we told them we were upset, disappointed. We've got a group of seniors, 4 seniors. If they want to do something special, they've got to get their team ready. So we talked about that, talked about all those stats that we were down on, especially the turnovers. So many of the turnovers were guys trying to create things for themselves. We had 3 that were just dribbling it and dribbled it right off our foot. So they went down and shot layups, so we didn't get a chance to set our defense. So there's plenty to talk about, and really, disappointed in that first half. But again, we bounced back and found a way, but you got to really guard against that. You maybe get 1 of those a year, 2 of those a year where you're really outplayed in the first half. We had one last year. UCLA came in here and really outplayed us, and we fought back and won the game in the second half. But you get those double-digit deficits, and if you think you're going to come back from those every game, you're making a mistake. And I told the guys that if you think you're just going to turn it on like a light switch, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be really disappointed with our season.
The guys did come out the second half. It seemed like kind of cranked up the defense, especially the 9-0 run there at the beginning of the half.
Absolutely. Defense was much different. They shoot 41% first half, 53 from three-point range. Second half, they shoot 27 and 0. Some of it was fatigue, but a lot of it, we just flew around. We played with a lot more energy that second half, and and so I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased that they found a way and came back. But again, just don't like putting ourselves in that hole.
Can you pinpoint a reason as to why you put yourself in that hole? Why they got off to this slow start?
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know if we just didn't prepare well enough. I'm motivational speaking, obviously not very good, but we weren't sharp. We weren't sharp the whole half. Think how many easy baskets we had. We just didn't power them up. And in the first half, we got the ball in the paint a bunch and just didn't finish many plays. So didn't hit our free throws the first half. There were a lot of things. And those 10 turnovers just show me, we're not sharp, we're not intense, and that's got to improve.
Did you talk to Arsalan or EJ during the half and talk about how they should become a leadership role or take control, or they should kind of do it on their own?
No, I talked to the 4 seniors about it. It wasn't anything individual. I just, hey, fellas, it's your team, and we've improved the last 2 years because of our seniors, Jovan and J.R. Strobridge the first year. Last year we had 5 seniors, and the reason we got better was because of them. And if we're going to get better this year, it's because of those 4 guys and their sense of urgency. And if they don't have a sense of urgency, and if it's not important to them, and we don't make progress, it's hard to demand from freshmen to do things a certain way if they don't see the seniors doing it. So the reason we've been able to improve the last 2 years, Jovan and J.R., and then last year it was Garrett, DeVoe, Olu, JJ, and Tyrone. And those 5 guys got us to improve, not to where we wanted to go, but we made tremendous progress because of them. And if we're going to make progress here in the last 6 weeks, it's because of those 4 seniors.
You see it in them, or is the personality difference from that?
Oh, it's there. No, it's there. EJ's poured a lot into it. Arsalan is a bright, competitive young man. Tony's made great improvement. Carlos is all about the team. You know, I talked to Carlos before. I said, I'm going to make a change here and go with a big lineup. Coach, let's go. No, I wouldn't know. And a year ago, he would have been disappointed. This year, you know, it's about the team. And so we've got 6 starters, and if we want to go big, we'll go with Arsalan. If we want to go small, we'll go with Carlos. And I think they're on board with that. You know, and so, yeah, those 4 guys, they can get it done. They're a good group, and they like each other, you know, so there's no reason they can't put the demands on the team.
You did the first half when you were going through all those struggles. They didn't necessarily gain ground, but you played those reserves a lot, and they didn't lose ground. Did that help buy some time until the second, or how did you feel about the bench?
You know, I don't know. I'm going to have to take a look at the film. I just didn't seem like any lineup I had out there was playing very good. And I know none of the combinations we put out there played with the energy that we wanted. But I'm not sure. I'm going to have to take a look at the film. You know, the first half, you know, I was just kind of upset with our energy level. I'm not sure on the particulars.
You know, it's not something you can control, and I know you guys are playing an empty gym if that's what you're supposed to do.
Is it surprising, Bill, at all to see all those empty seats for teams playing this good?
You know, I just appreciate the people who do come. You know, my job, I get a little card, and I write on my practice card every day, CYT, coach your team, and then whatever happens, happens. You know, and so players are going to do their job, hopefully. You know, our staff, Tony Stubblefield, Kevin, Brian, those guys, you know, Tony's energized our defense unbelievably. So those guys are doing their job, and our players do. And, you know, if the fans like our team, they like it, you know, and we are the University of Oregon. You know, we hope that people get on board, but, you know, worry about what you can control. And like I said, I'm just appreciative of the people who do come. You know, we haven't been smooth. We haven't, you know, it's not like we've rocketed to 17-2, you know, playing good basketball all the time. It's been up and down, you know, our freshmen. And so I'm sure some people are disappointed, but, you know, the guys are working hard, and, you know, the students try to give us some energy. When we give them something to cheer about, you know, they do a good job. But I'm just really appreciative of the fact that, you know, people come watch us. And so I'd rather talk about the people who do come than the ones who don't. So the students are doing a good job, and Washington coming in, and, you know, we're going to need a little boost. So hopefully the students don't have nothing to do. I'm sure they're all studying tonight, you know, and I'm sure they don't have nothing to do. I hope they're not studying on Saturday, and we can get a big boost. But we just need to open it up and let all the students in, you know, and let them come and take the ticket restriction and get them in here and get them going, because you know, we can have a lot more energy, you know, and so, you know, we'll see what happens.
EJ said with the team in first place that you guys are now the hunted instead of the hunters. Is it difficult to change the team's mindset?
You know, it's not really, but your preparation's different. You know, you see how fired up you get when you're playing in Arizona or somebody who's ranked. Anytime you put a number on there, you know, our number's nowhere near as high as Arizona, but anytime you have any number, you know, people talk about beating a ranked team. And so people do get more excited. It's just human nature. You get more attention, and when we go on the road in particular, you know, people come after us harder, but they're going to come after us harder here. And Washington State, if you look at their scores, they kind of did what they did. They're in every ball game, you know, and they're close. And in Utah, they hit a bunch of threes, so they won that one. And they fought their tail off against Washington. All their games, they fight them right down the end. And so we knew it was going to be a 40-minute game. And but it is a little different approach, and our guys don't have any experience with that. I have some, but you know, it is a different, you know, with people coming after you every game, you really got to get prepared.
So preparation is different. How is it different?
Well, it's a mental preparation. Physical preparation is no different. Just mentally, you know, getting ready to play every game, knowing people are coming after you. You got to have a little edge to you.
Dana, it's the first Oregon team to be 6-0 in conference since the mid-20s. A lot of good teams have come and gone since then. What does it mean to you to be that? I know January 23rd Doesn't mean anything as far as a big thing, but.
We're just
we start off this-
we're 1/3 through the season. I told the guys after the game, I said, fellas, you got Washington one game behind you, Arizona one game. Don't read the clippings about, we're ahead and, something's accomplished. We're 1/3 through the conference season. One bad weekend evens things out really quick. We haven't had any sickness. We haven't had any serious injuries. We got to fight through all those things possibly yet. So, again, we're 1/3 through the season. It's nice to be 6-0. It beats any alternative to 6-0. So hopefully we'll keep playing and, keep finding ways to win. But we got to get better. We didn't take a step at getting better tonight, and that's disappointing.
Any more questions?
All righty, thanks.
I'd say, I'm happy that we came back. In games, in the Pac-12, you never know what's going to happen. They played really. You got to give them a lot of credit. They played really good in the first half. We didn't play our best defensively, but they played good. They made some threes. I'm really happy with our guys, our toughness in the second half, knowing our job and doing it. So that was a big turning point for us, and I thought we were really tough down the stretch.
Arsalan, was it a similar feeling, a similar message at halftime and Pac-12 opener against Oregon State?
Yes, we didn't have the energy on the defensive end, and we know that we can't win the game like that. Obviously, we're not happy with the effort that we came for the first half, but I'm really glad that we changed that in the halftime and we went out with more energy and we focus on the defensive end, and that's when all the good things happens for us, and we get the rebound and we can just push the ball, and that really changed the game. And if you look at the stat sheet, they couldn't hit any threes in the second half, so that made a big difference.
What do you attribute that to, the fact that they were 7 for 13 in the first half and 0 for 11 in the second?
Defensive energy, that's the biggest part of it. Our coaches came after us in a halftime and they said we can't play like this and we're not going to win it. And we got to know that at the beginning of every game, that every team that we play, they're going to come after us. So we got to play with a lot of energy at the beginning of the game to the end.
So similar to the UCLA game, you guys in the second half particularly hit the boards. That seems to be a key for this team to get offensive boards and to out-rebound the other team.
Yes, we were just talking about that. It's all great to step it up in the second half and everything, but we can't do that against every team, and we just gotta start everything at the beginning of the first half. It's a 40 minutes game. We can't just let it go like that, and some night it's just not gonna come in the second half. So just gotta start strong at the beginning of the game.
So why'd you guys start out so slow?
I don't know. It's just one of those games, I guess. But all I said after the game was all that matters. We got the W. Like Arsalan said, we can't do that with every game. This is probably the last game we can do that with. So we got to keep on reminding ourselves, and just have a mindset knowing that we're the hunted right now. So we just got to have a mindset that we got to come out and start the game, and it's a 40-minute game. So we got to know that.
But that's a different mindset for you guys, because usually you're the hunters and now you're the hunted.
Yeah.
So is it difficult to change your mindset?
I don't know. This is the first time we've been in this position, so but I don't really know. I really can't tell you. Arsalan?
It's gonna be hard, but part of it is our seniors' job. We gotta pick up the leadership a little bit and tell the freshmen and other teammates to we gotta step it up, and we can't let that happen again.
I know you guys, it's not something you can control. Do you guys notice how many empty seats there were in there tonight? Does that sort of surprise you based on how good you guys are playing?
A little surprising, yeah. But
Does it have any effect?
it doesn't affect us. We have a great student section. We got great fans here. We get a lot of energy off of them, but I would like to see a little bit more full, but we can't worry about that stuff. Our fans that are here are great, and our student sections here are great. So we got a lot of energy from them.
I feel in hindsight, maybe you guys overlooked these guys a little bit with the rivalry game coming up over the weekend.
I don't think we overlooked them. We knew how good they were. With a player like Brock Modem on their team, can really score, can really do a lot of things. I thought Arsalan did a great job on him. And they're a really dangerous team because they can hit threes. So we knew that they were a really good team and they could get going. But I'm just happy we came out with the win, and we got another one against Washington that's also big, just as big. They're just same game, so we got to be ready for every game.
Arsalan, what was the key? Motives kind of you guys talked about this week, different type of guy to defend. He can step out.
All I was thinking about was about this game, that I can help my team the way that I have to guard Modem, because he was their best player. He averages 20 points a game and almost 6 rebounds, 7 rebounds. So I was really defensive minded tonight and was just trying to basically keep him away from the glass, don't let him get an offensive rebound, because the coaches told us that he has a quick second jump, so he followed his shots. And they called some foul, he got some 101, and that helped him a little bit. But I think overall we did a good job as a team on it.
Jay, it seemed like you threw a pass to Artis and he hit that 3 late. His confidence up until then was kind of shaky, and kind of went over afterwards and kind of bumped him up a little bit. How big is it, that shot, for him moving forward for this game and then moving into next week or this weekend?
It's really big. DA's been playing really well the whole year. I have total confidence in him. I know he has total confidence in himself. So I'm not worried about with him or anyone on our team. We're playing with high confidence right now. We just got to continue to do that. And if we do that, if we play with high confidence and share the ball, make plays for each and everyone on the floor, we're a really good team. And when we do that, we can beat a lot of people.
DJ, the 10 turnovers in the first half.
Yeah.
Seemed like more you guys than their defense.
Yeah.
Was it just one of those nights, or just out of focus? Or?
I think we're just careless with the ball. We were trying to make some plays for ourselves, it looked like, and that's when we get in trouble, and that's when we're not our best, is when we're looking for our own shot, trying to make plays by ourselves. So I thought we changed that in the second half, though. We made plays for each other, and that's when we kind of got going and got in our groove, and got on our run. So that's when we're at our best.
Any more questions for the student athletes?
It's the first time you started 6-0 in conference since the 20s. Were you guys aware of that, and what does that mean to you? It's before even MacArthur Court was even built. What does that mean for you guys to do something that hasn't been done that long?
It's actually pretty surprising with how many good teams have been through Oregon. So can't read too much into it. We still got a lot of Pac-12 games to play. So we're not really focused on that. We're just taking each game step by step, and if we continue to do that, good things will happen for us.
One more question?
EJ, when you went on your streak in the second half, is that something that just comes to you in the course of the game, or is there a switch that flips in your mind and says, okay, it's time for me to take over?
No, I just let it come to me. I try not to force a lot of stuff. Like I said, some of the teammates got me going with some passes, and that's kind of when I felt good, and that's when Coach kind of goes to making plays for me. So it just kind of came to me. And I didn't really force it. So.
Okay. Thank you, guys.